As an all-star point guard, Glenn "Doc" Rivers proved himself as a special kind of leader.
There are a lot of qualities about Doc Rivers that I related to and I really liked. He was like a coach on the court for me.
He started his career on the sidelines with a flourish.
It's time to go to work. Fun time, actually.
Winning Coach of the Year honors in his first season with the Orlando Magic. The next stop on his coaching journey took him to Boston.
Nice! There it is. Way to play, way to play.
Doc was a man of presence. From day one, he had us locked in.
If you got stuff to say to each other, say it. But when I start drawing it up, I need your eyes down on the board.
Doc, to me, is a great leader, and a great leader always sets the tone.
Showtime! Showtime! 1, 2, 3.
Rivers preached self-sacrifice and teamwork, creating a special bond that meshed the talents of 3 future Hall of Famers. Under his guidance, Boston reached 2 NBA Finals, including winning the 2008 championship.
The greatest single-season turnaround in NBA history is complete.
We took on his philosophies, and it made us a very dominant team.
Another banner year in Boston. The Celtics are the 2008 NBA champions.
While guiding 5 teams, Rivers amassed nearly 1,200 career victories.
I know everybody wants to win, but we ain't gonna do it by ourselves.
Ranking him 6th on the all-time wins list, and was named as one of the 15 greatest coaches in NBA history.
Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
Doc is one of the all-time greats.
I love it.
Had great relationships with his players, and I think that had a lot to do with his success.
Welcoming Doc to the Hall of Fame are the big 3 from the 2008 NBA champion Boston Celtics, Ray Allen, Kevin Garnett, and Paul Pierce.
Wow. I don't even know where to start. Looking around this room, this is just an amazing thing for me. Basketball has been my life. Standing here tonight, my voice is already raspy. I want to know you guys to know a couple of quick things, that this isn't my real voice. Coaching stole it from me, those guys. I swear, I used to have a high voice. I used to be able to really sing. Can't do that anymore. My name is not Doc Rivers. My name is Glenn Rivers, all right? I grew up in a town called Maywood. I went to a high school named Proviso East High School. We had 12 NBA players to come out of that high school, and what made that high school great was it was not a recruiting high school. It was just kids from the local neighborhood, all right? And seeing people from where you live make it is invaluable. It really is. I had both my uncle Jim Brewer playing the NBA, and my cousin Ken Singleton played Major League Baseball. Both were role models for me. Having those 2 living examples shaped me. It really did. I wanted to be like them, you know, and more importantly, I believe that I could because they did. To be introduced in the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame is an honor that I can barely put in words. Growing up in Chicago, as Ahmad said, playing on the asphalt against Isaiah, Mark Aguirre, Terry Cummings, I can just go down the list. It was amazing. But my first real basketball dream was I wanted to beat my brother, Gar. He beat me 32-0, 32-0, 32-0, 32-2, 32-6. And every time we would go in to my parents, they would ask who won. And he would just They say, me, of course. 32-16, but he didn't realize the games were getting closer. He just never realized that. And finally, when I was a freshman, in front of the whole varsity basketball team, I took him down. And the coach moved me up to varsity, where I had a chance to play with my brother, and to this day is still one of the best highlights of my life. It really is. My brother was my first call. Man, you know, he was emotional. What makes him so special is that he's literally the best brother on earth, because he generally was always just happy for my success. You know, and one of the things he said that it got to me was that, man, Mom and Dad, if they were here. And, you know, I want to say this because people who don't have their parents anymore, when you lose them both, you feel like an orphan. You know, you have your brother and you have your family, but you don't have your parents. And I've heard all you guys today talk about your parents and hug them. I'm just telling you. Because when they're gone, and they're gone forever. So, my dad was a cop in Maywood. He was a police officer, he was a Little League coach, and he was the first black record store owner in the Chicago area. He was a man of action and conviction. He had two rules that he lived by, and one that he pounded in me all the time, and me and my brother, was there'd be no victims in the Rivers family. I bet I heard that every time I came in the house. If I complained, there'll be no victims in the Rivers family. He just kept saying it over and over again. My mom was literally the most beautiful woman on earth, honest, absolute tough, as my brother would know. And whenever life got chaotic, she would say, either good or bad, she would just look at us and say, you're right where you're supposed to be. She beat that. You know, sometimes that's great when things are good, but when things are bad, she would say it too. Meaning, you're right where you're supposed to be, get your butt up and go do something, get out of where you're at. And that thing stayed with me. I've been blessed, honestly, to stand on giants. Coach George Raveling, who just passed, Lenny Wilkins, Casey Jones, John Thompson were titans. The ultimate role models who broke down doors and paved ways for the reason I'm here. I heard George Raveling say one time when I was a senior in high school to use the basketball and don't let the basketball use you. That perspective stayed with me for the rest of my life. Wayne Embry is another one of those pioneers that I have to bring up. He served as a sounding board for me throughout my life whenever I needed wisdom, poise, or there was times that I just needed to be reminded to be a leader. Wayne was always there. So I just want to thank those people. And then there was Pat Riley, Coach Pat Riley. When I was playing for the Knicks, Coach Riley and I had the biggest argument in my entire playing career. I know all you players thought, you know, I used to go at coaches too, by the way. Jeff Van Gundy told me years later that he was standing outside the door in this argument with his ear to the door, thinking that he may have to come in if he heard furniture moving. That's how crazy this argument was. And finally, during the shout match, Coach looked at me and said, one day, when you're our head coach, you will be one. He was screaming at me like, and you will be one. You're gonna understand exactly where I'm coming from. And I literally yelled back at him, "Are you crazy? I am never gonna coach." Every coach that I know, they're nuts. Mike Fratello, I don't really mean that. I know you're out here, coached me for 8 years. Well, I want to tell Coach Riley, thank you for being right on all accounts. And one of the lessons he told me was to never coach a person for who they are today, but to push them to who they should be someday. That was very important for me. Nobody makes it to this stage alone. Every head coach knows only you're strong as the people holding you together. The great Chuck Daly gave me what might be the single best advice that I've ever had in my life. He looked at me and said, "Doc, hire Anne Marie." He told me to keep her by your side for the rest of your life. Chuck was 100% right. Emery has been my right hand, my anchor, the glue keeping everything together for me every season. Emery, thank you for your loyalty and for tolerating me, because I'm not easy. I know that. Thank you. Being inducted into the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame is the greatest individual achievement of our sport can offer. And I thought about this a lot after I got the call. And what I came to realize was this is so not about me. It really is about everybody that I've worked with, the many people who helped me get here. John Gabriel was the GM of the Orlando Magic. He hired a guy that had never coached in his life before. I'm not sure what made you do that, but I am forever grateful for you. Danny Ainge, man, we were just a great team, you and I. And I say this to coaches and front office guys all the time: if you can make that group a team, then you're going to have a successful team. Thank you for making me your partner. It was great, us together. And then to all the owners who allowed me to coach their teams, and to the many coaches who I've had on my staff, the assistant coaches, just too many to name, and I had some great ones. I really did. They challenged me all the time. They made my weaknesses stronger. They made my strengths even better. There's nothing better than when you're coaching with a group, and all you coaches in here know is that when you leave the room, that's when culture starts. It's when you walk out the room. And when you have a group of coaches that you know you can leave the room and your voice is still being heard and what you're talking about is still being talked about, then you're on to something. And I thank you all for that. I thank you. It takes a village, and I really mean that. I had a great village around me: trainers, equipment managers, video coordinators. Just, there's so many people that work that you don't see their names. It's just really remarkable to have them around. And without you, I wouldn't be here. And to every player who trusted me enough to coach them, I'm sure there was times that I wasn't easy. I'm sure there was times that I wasn't right, but I can guarantee you every time my motives were right. I was always, if you know, either trying to make you better or trying to get the team to win. These three guys beside me, man, thank you. What made them great for me is you allowed me to coach you. You really did. You remember the tugboat trip we took, you know, and Kevin wasn't real happy that it was 8 in the morning and we're getting on the tugboat. And I can't swear, which means I can't tell you anything that Kevin Garnett said. You know, but you helped me lead an extraordinary group. And we had a great group. We had a group of characters, Rondo, Big Baby, Leon Poe. I mean, if I named the guys that we had on that team, and I needed a group to help with that group, and you guys were phenomenal for me, so thank you. The coaching staffs and members and front office guys, when we all get together, when you get that right as one, it's just an amazing thing. And we did that. Seeing you three sitting here, man, when you win a title, and everyone in here who has won understands, it's like having a blood transfusion. And you are connected for the rest of your lives. You really are. And I want you guys to hear that and understand that. So thank you. I started this talking about my family. I want to end it doing the same thing. Chris, I could not stand here without you. You kept this family together. You really did. You allowed me to do my job. You made every sacrifice to keep our family together while I was on the road, or worse, when I was sitting at home and talking and I didn't hear a word y'all was saying because I was thinking about how to stop Allen Iverson or someone else that I couldn't stop. You know, people don't understand it. Chris, you're as loyal as they come. And what I love most about you is that anyone that crossed me or my kids, she has a list of players, coaches, front office people. And I was gonna go like Michael Jordan and start naming names. But my daughter told me I couldn't do that tonight, so I'm gonna keep going. But your loyalty is absolutely huge for this family, and I have to thank you for that. Thank you. My kids, Jeremiah, Callie, Austin, that's his granddaughter right there, Spencer and Adam, I love you with every fiber in my body. I really do. This profession asks a lot of people. Coaching at this level is a privilege, but it comes with sacrifices. Many of those sacrifices were not made by me. They were made by you guys. Missing your games, your birthdays, special occasions, and simply not being there when you needed pops at home. I can never get that back. I really can't. But I'm thankful we were able to make it through it. Some don't. We did. And now having 7 grandkids is just awesome. It's the best. This game gave me 2 gifts that I have to share quickly. Is one, I got to coach with my son, Spencer. Spencer sat on the bench when Jeremiah's team was in the finals. He was 5, dressed in a suit, and he thought he was a coach then. He sat on the bench when Austin's team in high school. He sat with Coach K. Spence, you've been a coach your whole life, man, and it was awesome coaching with you. So that was one gift that basketball gave me. And then the other gift is that I was the first to coach my son, Austin. You know, we did that, Austin, and no one can ever take that away from us, man. I am positive that you thought I was harder on you than everybody else. I do understand that. But what I loved about it, and it taught me a lesson, that we were talking one time, you said it was okay because you knew it was coming from a loving place. And I thought about it, damn, that's the trick. If you can be a coach and coach your players hard, and they know that it comes from a loving place, you can be really successful in this business. So thank you for teaching me that. I really appreciate it. And to my whole family, the Brewers, the Hathaways, the Rivers, you were my anchor through all these grueling seasons. You made the wins better. You made the losses easier. This jacket belongs to all of you, and I appreciate that. I want to end with this. Basketball took a kid from Maywood around the world and brought me to the stage tonight. I am endlessly grateful. Jerry Colangelo, all the voters. This place has been amazing, and this weekend has been unbelievable for all of us. The honorees, man, I got some great ones with me. Candace, I know, had to sing on Chicago Girl, so I have to throw that out there to you. Congratulations to all of you. All right, my mom was right, and I'm right where I'm supposed to be. Ubuntu. Thank you, guys.